Front Row MMA here at Cage Warriors 57 at the Echo Arena in Liverpool, and we've been fortunate enough to be joined by one of probably the most underrated and underappreciated guys in UK MMA, metabolic Paul McVeigh. Paul, how's it going?
Yeah, it's going great. We had mixed results tonight, but you know, the results that went our way, really happy for them, and Mark's got a bunch of stuff he can work on now. So,
you know, Dinky Ninjas seem to be going from strength to strength to strength. What do you attribute that to?
I think it's the guys' work, man. Like, you know, when they've got like the younger guys coming through, have positive role models to look at. They see how many hours like Dean and Joanne and the rest of the guys are doing in the gym, and like that spurs the rest of them on. And like, you know, we're having a lot of success now, but in a couple of years, you see the guys coming through. It's absolutely terrifying. Like, there's guys with some serious ability.
Now you act as coach, but you're also fighter. Yeah, you haven't been in the cage since I think late March, early April. Is there a chance we're going to see you there again, or is it now time for you to make almost a sacrifice?
Well, to me, fighting's always been something I've done because I've enjoyed doing it, and to a degree, I still enjoy it. If I felt the desire to fight, I think I'd probably do it again. But at the minute, I'm concentrating on my actual job as opposed to my hobby, which is running the gym. And like, you know, we've got like so many people. We're looking to expand at the minute, and yeah, there's a lot of work that needs to be done. A lot of less fun work, organising camps, making sure the logistics part of running a fight team, that and coaching, like, you know, about 20-something hours a day. Not a day. That'd be ridiculous, wouldn't it?
Well, you know, that's why they're winning everything.
20 hours a week, you know, and we need someone in that role, and that's kind of one of the things I've been taking. But you know, I'm never say never. I don't think you can retire from a hobby. Yeah. So yeah, if I have an interesting in or get an interesting fight, I may do it.
I'm not trying to age or anything, but is it fair to say that between you and James and what have you, are you the figureheads of Dinky Ninjas, and now the pair of you want to see your baby kind of grow and develop?
Well, I think it's mainly I don't want to get punched by Dean Riley. You know, those guys, Robert Whiteford. Like, you know, I think we need someone who's at least has a semblance of intelligence to kind of run stuff, like, because like, you know, before I can't do the role anymore. In a couple more years, I won't be able to do the role. I won't be able to do Sudoku again, and. Yeah, I think it's time to kind of, like, you know, try to decrease the amount of facial punching I'm taking and work with the team a bit more.
You know, you say it's a hobby, and it's a hobby you'll probably miss, but, you know, what are the challenges of taking on a team and developing it that you're most looking forward to? And you've done a great job so far. Over the last 2 years, certainly, DNFT have grown almost exponentially.
I think it's the bit I like about this most about it is the individualization of it. Just finding out what is stopping individual fighters from reaching the potential that maybe it's like, you know, it's some, like, you know, a technical fault in their jiu-jitsu, a mental game thing. It's like trying to figure out what the individual problem with each fighter is and trying to correct that. That's fun.
And, you know, you've got Joe Calderwood, who's fighting Invicta all the time. She's the only woman. We had a chat this morning, and I got verbally slapped on the wrists by James. We don't have women. We have fighters, and we have Joe happens to be a female. Are there any other young ladies coming up? And I mean, I'm not trying to separate them, but obviously, with the UFC having picked it up and it's really flying. I mean, I know Invicta's been around, but since the Ronda Rousey revolution, if you like, are you getting more women coming up?
Well, yeah, Joe's definitely inspired a lot of people joining the gym. Like, they kind of, and we have a very strong female Thai boxing team, and some of that's crossing over now, and it's good. We've actually got a girl who's she was actually Scotland's first pro fighter, a girl called Catherine Gallagher. She's on the Scottish wrestling team, won a professional boxing title, and won every grappling tournament she's ever been in. So if we can steal her back from the Scottish wrestling squad, I'm talking to her about it, trying to trick her. She's a mate. Like, we'll see how it goes.
And I think the last question I'll ask before I let you go and enjoy the rest of the evening, you know, Cage Warriors are growing as well. They're growing almost exponentially. What do you think of the event so far, and where do you think Cage Warriors are going to end up in the next little while?
I don't even think there's a ceiling on it. Like, you know, there's, like, within Europe and, like, you know, like, it's up there with the biggest shows that aren't the UFC, and it's like they're doing so many. Like, I've been with the organization, I've seen it grow. I was at Cage Warriors 2. Yeah. I fought on Cage Warriors 3.
And again, I wasn't trying to age him.
Yeah. I've been hitting ahead a lot. But like, yeah, it's just, I think what they're doing is amazing. Like they're constantly innovating. They've got the best matchmaker in Europe, or like one of the best matchmakers in the world, and like, you know, they're just doing everything right. And I think that's, you're seeing that, like, you know, people are appreciating it. it's just it's a really positive thing, and I'm glad that we have a vehicle like this where guys can fight regularly and kind of learn their skill set. Like, you know, people are talking about the UFC, but I think you need to learn how to fight first, and this gives them the opportunity to do that, I feel. Got eyeballed up.
That's my God. When he eyeballs me, I have to look down.
Yeah.
Paul, I don't want to take you away from your mates and your action, but before I let you go, is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to? Anybody you'd like to pick?
Just all the guys that have helped, from the kind of the recreational guys, the professional fighters, and you know, thanks for all your help and your money. I have a job. It's good. I appreciate it.
Paul, thank you so much for your time. It's always a pleasure. Thank you.